praiseworthy. Charles lays aside Tizzy about Queen's health matter, zooming in political matter. Amman, Jordan. Prince Charles, heir to the British throne, and his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, arrived in Jordan on Tuesday as part of the first royal tour since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. Charles and his wife were greeted on the tarmac by a Jordanian color guard. They were slated to meet with Jordan's King Abdullah II and Queen Rania at the Royal Palace in Amman, and later visit religious and historical sites during their 3-day trip to the kingdom before heading to Egypt on Thursday. There will be a strong focus on addressing the climate crisis just days after the conclusion of the COP26 conference in Glasgow. The Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall are visiting Jordan and Egypt this week, becoming the first members of the royal family to carry out a major overseas tour since the COVID-19 pandemic started. They arrived in Jordan earlier to start the 4-day visit. As with all royal tours, they've been asked to visit both countries by the government and will use the trip to highlight the important bonds between the UK and both Jordan and Egypt. We're told there will also be a strong focus on addressing the climate crisis just days after the conclusion of the COP26 conference in Glasgow. In Jordan, Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall will mark the country's centenary and 100 years of the UK-Jordan bilateral relationship. The couple have visited before, and this latest trip emphasises how important the links between the UK and Jordan are for the British government, particularly for security cooperation. Their Royal Highnesses were formally welcomed by King Abdullah II and Queen Rania at Al Husseiniya Palace. They'll carry out visits in Jordan that tie in with their own working interests, with the prince focusing on the environment and interfaith dialogue, and Camilla continuing to show her commitment to charities championing women and supporting children. The Prince of Wales spoke to the Queen ahead of the trip to get her blessing to go. Charles is understood to have discussed the visit with his mother following her recent ill health and spraining her back, which meant she was unable to attend the Remembrance Sunday service at the Cenotaph on Sunday. The conversation is understood to have taken place over the weekend by telephone, a source said. The Prince of Wales is now the most senior member of the royal family to travel overseas, and with the Queen recently being unwell, it has increased the focus on the necessity for her son and other members of the family to increasingly step up and support the 95-year-old monarch. Charles and Camilla left the UK on Sunday, his 73rd birthday, and have enjoyed some private time in Jordan. They were greeted by a guard of honour on a red carpet at Queen Alia International Airport, with a fleet of limousines for the royal entourage waiting nearby. The Prince's Deputy Private Secretary, Chris Fitzgerald, emphasized that climate change would be one of the main themes of the visit, together with interfaith dialogue, female empowerment and efforts to preserve cultural heritage. Mr. Fitzgerald said, "The first royal tour in almost 2 years will come at a significant moment in the UK's relationship with both countries. Their Royal Highnesses will first travel to Jordan, where they will celebrate both Jordan's own centenary and 100 years of the UK-Jordan bilateral relationship. Their Royal Highnesses' visit to Egypt comes as the UK holds the COP presidency and Egypt has been nominated to assume the 27 Colombian pesos presidency in 2022. In this decisive decade for climate action, the next 12 months is therefore expected to see a significant cooperation between the UK and Egypt. Indeed, both visits will have a major focus on addressing the climate crisis. During his visit, Prince Charles is also expected to meet representatives of humanitarian organizations that he supports, including the UN Refugee Agency. Jordan hosts some 650,000 Syrian refugees who are registered with the UN, but Amman estimates that more than 1 million Syrians live in the country. The prince's visit comes amid concerns about the health of Queen Elizabeth II, who missed the annual remembrance service at the Cenotaph in London on Sunday having sprained her back.